My name is Anthony Pacheco, and this is my benchmark Southwest Transit assignment, October 25th, 2021, Management 605 class, Grand Canyon University. The purpose of this presentation is to talk about the four individuals that we picked, their strengths and weaknesses as individuals and as a team. Management theories, conflict resolution strategies, leadership strategies, conscious capitalism, and stakeholder orientation. First and foremost, the person that we picked number one was Natalie, who has been with the company for 2 years. She is positive and ambitious. She's a great team player, and her skills include that she's a very smooth talker and great writing skills. She wants to be a business owner herself. The only downfall that we found with her is that she's overly competitive and avoids specific contact. Second, we chose is Elizabeth. She has been with the company for 4 years, and while the company, she has also demonstrated a positive attitude. She's a great listener, and she chooses to treat others as peers and not subordinates. She, however, has a hard time developing new skills and sometimes branching out. Our third pick, Susan, has been with the company for 1 year. She has demonstrated that she has positive energy at the workplace, and she does want to make a difference. She has open communication, and she likes to be a go-getter and very creative. However, she does tend to shut down at times, and she can't focus. Sometimes she has to redo her work based on what her performance. Our fourth pick, who this is the one that we had most discussion about, is William. William has been with the company for 4 years. He is an easygoing veteran with the company and loves face-to-face contact. He is non-threatening, non-confrontational, and likes to be engaged. Overall, with his experience, however, he is nearing retirement, so he doesn't like any confrontation and he does shut down. He can't sit still, doesn't like sitting at a cubicle, and he's a perfectionist. Ultimately, we believe that he is the best fit for the team to mold because of his experience and how maybe he wants to go out with the company retirement, leaving on a positive note. Overall, the team's strength and weakness and the potential. As we know, a team is an independent collection of at least two individuals who share a common goal and shares accountability for the team and their outcomes. That we believe that these four will be a great team because they can experience from each other. We do have a diverse group, however. We have three women and one male, and knowing that studies have shown that gender gaps favor that men in productivity and scientific visibility. Having a mix like this, we know that bringing the different backgrounds will be a very good communication. We know that communication obviously is a fault in all four of them. So by having this diverse group, we know that it will bring a great outcome and a great choice on these four individuals. Talking about motivational theories, Frederick Kedberg's two-factor theory. Motivation, we know that motivating based on the satisfaction and the overall achievement, recognition, and the work itself of the individual will create the growth in the company. As far and that for the motivational factor. For the hygiene factor, we know that it's based on interpersonal relationships, the supervision, the working conditions, job, pay, the company policies. Based on that, there's two different types of motivations that we know that we're going to focus on the individuals. The equity theory of motivation, it's measured based on the contributions. It's basically what you put in and what you get out of. So overall, the employee turnover, profitability, customer satisfaction is based on the overall balance of each for this organization and this group. Under conflict resolution, on the conflict resolution, we know there's going to be difference of opinion based on all their experience, on who they are, the diversity. So we know that conflicts is going to arise. But if we don't have any discussion or conflicts, then we just come up with the answer, then there's the unhappiness is going to grow and keep on growing. So we need to make sure that there is conflict, and we know that overall they come up with the outcome and an agreement to make sure that the company is everything's for their best interest and finding a resolution. A way to avoid it is obviously by creating teams, creating contracts, assigning jobs, understanding that everybody has a role, and they need to do the best at their role. We're going to have a manager that knows how to deal with conflict by listening, being there, asking questions, clarifying stuff, and mediating between everybody in the group to make sure that everyone is on the same level and is respectfully understood, and we move on to coming up with all these new ideas. On the different leadership strategies, we're going to talk about the leadership grid, basically to train the managers using the organization development techniques so that we can be concerned both the people and the production. Here, it's going to be the knowing the manager that knows that focuses on the job and focuses on the people, knowing the difference and the counterbalance. coming to the situational leader, basically it's coming up as a leader, choosing a leader based on the situation. So we have the Southwest Transit, which has a timeline, a deadline. We need to get this done, get it done immediately, find the best group. So bring a leader in to focus on the overall goal and the mission is based on the situation. The Fiddler's LPC theory is also based on the traits, finding someone that has the personality of the group that will best mold the team together, bring everybody in together. Under cashless capitalism, the model overall values the organizations of employees under the ethical approach, basically not focusing on the monetary gain. Under the leadership, we focus on the leader and how to lead the group of people. For example, the 4 that we chose for this program, we need to find someone that will be there for as far as the organization, the Southwest Transit. We want the employees to succeed, and when the employees succeed, the business will succeed. We need to succeed against our top competitors, and that goes under the stakeholder, where we figure out the difference between the employee, the organization, and the consumers. We need to bring them all together and make sure that everyone has a positive outcome of this, and ultimately be bringing it down to finding the low-flying fares, having the customer appreciate the fact that they are getting the satisfaction from the airline. Stakeholder orientation, there are many different opportunities with the completion of this. We know that the employees' motivation to the company is based that they won't get laid off, and that there is 10,000 employees to keep in mind. The customers will benefit this based on the low fare, the quick flights to the neighboring states. The overall organization will boost the sales and survive against the competitive airlines. Overall, working together will benefit everybody, and we will build stronger relationships. Overall, figure out the firm's strategic choices. And finally, the outcome of all this, we know that the managers and the employees need to understand what the actions are and what ultimately the goal is. Once we figure that out, we know that and bring in the team that we have. Bringing that team in, we know if they will stay motivated, and we will come up with different ways to keep everybody motivated. We know there is going to be conflict, and we know ways to figure out how to work through it by communication and going forward to making sure that we meet the goals on time. Having good leaders on the cash-conscious capitalism will ultimately benefit the entire program. By planning, by organizing and leading, ultimately will bring the organization. We will meet the deadlines and proceed with a good group here. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.